as Tyshawn's about to jump with number 20. That'll be Marcus Underwood against Tyshawn Young. And we're about to have basketball for you here. We've been saying that for a moment or two. The officials are finally set. I need some new speakers here, I believe. Ball is controlled easily by Oak Ridge, and we are underway here at Central High School. With the basketball will come Lavert Smith at the point. Dribbles the ball to the top of the circle, gives it over to Jones. Tajon with it, left wing, lobs the ball inside to EJ. The ball deflected out. Last touch by Central. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal. Wildcats and Bobcats here. Oak Ridge wearing, as I mentioned, they're all grays once again. Central and white, red and black. Oak Ridge ball, and it comes to Bush, top of the circle. And a travel is going to be called against EJ. Kind of slid his foot, and the Wildcats turned the ball over on their opening possession.
Got to dribble, David.
Central basketball in front of their bench. To work the ball in will be Rashid. He's a sophomore player. Fires it in, then it comes to Hickson ball. Hickson ball in the rear court. Down the floor they'll come against Oak Ridge's pressure. They're going to get the ball across the line with Oglesby. Trapped. Works the ball to the corner. Off it goes to number 20, Underwood, and the ball is deflected out of bounds by Oak Ridge.
They've got some pretty good size, though. They're not tall, but I mean, physically, the strength-wise, they've got some good strength, David, and they use it, clearly. I've seen the first possession.
Central basketball underneath the ball, underneath the goal. Hickson ball with it. Tyshawn Young in his face. Bounce pass comes into a good wide open player. He missed the shot. The wide open look. The second toss is good though. Rashad hits the shot and the Wildcats trail 2-0. Here comes Lavert Smith down the floor at the free throw line. Gives it over to Jones. Tajon for three. It's up good. You know things are going to go well when Tajon launches his first shot. It's nothing but net.
Yes, sir.
Here comes Central down the floor. Oak Ridge leads it 3-2. 7:07 to play first quarter. Bobcat basketball. With it will come Underwood. Across the midcourt line. They lob the ball to the left. They'll drive in, shoot over Lavert, and score.
23 doesn't.
Sean Oglesby. And down the floor, Oak Ridge, Tyshawn Young with an easy fast break layup. And Central wants a timeout. Coach John Higgins has seen enough. 5-4 our score, 6:49 to play first quarter. Coach Higgins reading the riot act to Rashad down there and not happy at all. Obviously let his man get down the floor and not at all happy with that. But I think for the most part a pretty decent start for the Bobcats. 5-4 is our score. Oak Ridge in the lead. Both teams, as I mentioned, have been playing basketball with one another since the 40s. Ridge has dominated the series. Not like the girls. The girls are now 91-1 all time against the Lady Bobcats. As Central has the basketball, worked inbounds to Hickson ball. Hickson ball is going to bring the ball to the midcourt line, brings the ball across the line, dribbles in all the way to the paint for the shot. Good, then a foul's called against Oak Ridge. Too much mental penetration right there.
You got to help. You've got to fake and fade when you see a drive.
They'll go to the free throw line with one shot upcoming. Marcus Underwood, senior, at the line. Central leads Oak Ridge 6-5. 6:39 to play first quarter. To the line, Underwood one time. Way too easy on that shot. Just drove right down the middle of the lane. His free throw is missed, but then rebounded momentarily by Oak Ridge, or by Central, saved by Oak Ridge. The Wildcats get the ball down the floor. Herbert Booker tried to get the ball inbounds and knocks it off the backboard out of bounds. The Wildcats turn the ball back over to Central. Oak Ridge got a little bit too quick coming down the floor. Bobcat basketball. Here comes Hickson ball.
Got to calm down on the offensive side, David.
Here comes Central setting for a three. It's going to be short. Rebounded for a second by Oak Ridge and knocked out of bounds by the Wildcats. Either Tajon or Tyshawn knocked the ball out of bounds. It'll be Central ball underneath the goal. 6:18 to play first quarter. The Wildcats trailing 6-5 as we play here at Central. Hickson ball looks yet to get it in. Fires it inside to number 20. Right side, drives the paint, pulls up and shoots and scores.
David, they're getting these open looks because they're not talking. They're not saying who they got. They're going and letting the offense predict what they're doing with the ball screens. They got to talk and get through or switch.
Wildcat basketball. Here goes to Bush to the corner. Tyshawn. EJ kicks the ball back around to Tajon. Tajon cannot shoot. Lavert thought about a three. Oak Ridge trails 8-5 as we play here in the first quarter. EJ Bush basketball. Dribbles to the top of the keg, dribbles in the paint, pulls up and shoots. In and out, no good. Central on the rebound. Marcus Underwood with it, and down the floor will come the Bobcats.
Got to get all the way to the paint. Can't take contested jump shots. That's what every team wants you to do. Take contested shots. That's the best defense you can possibly play, is making people take contested jumpers or threes.
Marcus Hickson ball holds it, gives it over to Underwood. Has to get rid of it. Back to Hickson ball it goes. He drives in against Levert. Cannot take him all the way to the hole. Brings the ball to the top of the circle to Rashid. Pulls up and nails a three. Three-pointer top of the key. And the Wildcats trail 11-5. 5:10 to play. And T. Higgins about to come into the game for the Wildcats. Oak Ridge ball. Levert Smith with it. Guarded out high. Works the ball inside to Tajon, and he's fouled. Kind of got bailed out on that foul because he dribbled the ball off his foot out of bounds. It'll be a personal foul called against Central.
That would have been bad, David, because I think that would have been like our third turnover already.
Oak Ridge ball is T. Higgins. Checks into the ball game. Tyshawn Young checks out. Tajon works the ball in. T with it, left corner. Herbert Booker drives in, wanted to shoot, will not. Gives it off to T. Wide open look at a three. It's up, good. Three-point shot, T. Higgins. And Oak Ridge trails 11-8. First three of the year, I believe, for T, as the Bobcats easily get the ball in. Then the Wildcats with a nice steal, good quick hands. And then there's got to be a foul on 10. It's going to go against Rashid. It'll be the second team foul called against the Bobcats. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball side midcourt. They left T open on the wing there, and he nailed the shot.
And when that number 10 just committed that foul, David, but I mean, that was just, he bumped him. I mean, Tajon ran into him trying to get the steal.
Oak Ridge ball. We'll take it any way we can. Trailing like this, another turnover. Oak Ridge tried to force it inside. Bobcat basketball. Here it goes out to number 32. That's Hunter Allen. Holds the ball and gives it off to Hickson ball. Hickson ball on the Bobcats lead Oak Ridge 11-8, 4:20 to play in the first period. Hickson ball inside the arc, throws one up off the rim, no good. Long rebound, Oak Ridge. Tajon Jones with it, clears it down to E.J. Bush. E.J. inside to T for the layup, good. Oak Ridge fans wanted to dunk there, but he just didn't quite have the right angle, and Oak Ridge closes the gap to 1 at 11-10.
I think T felt he was that defender was too close to him, and he didn't want to end up getting undercut on that.
Bobcat basketball down the floor. They'll drive the baseline, then throw the ball away. Intercepted by Oak Ridge. E.J. Bush pushes it up to Herbert Booker. Drives to the hole. No good, but he is fouled. Wildcats will be shooting free throws, I believe. Oak Ridge trails 11-10. 3:44 to play first quarter. Herbert Booker will go to the free throw line for the Wildcats.
EJ showed off his bunnies right there for us, David. I mean, he barely even jumped if you were paying attention to it.
I was afraid actually he was going to get a technical actually, as the free throw is up and it's no good. He'll have another one though.
Yeah, but DJ's pretty smart. He wouldn't give up a technical purposely. I think refs know that. He's just a nice kid, and I mean, if he's hanging up there, there's probably somebody beneath him.
Booker to the line. Before that, a lane violation is going to be called
on E.J. Bush.
Wildcats turned the ball over, trying to take an advantage by jumping in a little bit too quick, and Central will bring the ball down the floor. 3:44 to play first quarter. You know, this is not a bad Central team. I was kind of thinking that maybe they would be shorthanded because of football. It's a pretty good looking.
Yeah, they look like they're nice, David. They're not making mistakes. They're just playing calm, fundamental basketball.
Very, very surprised. You know, just think how much better they're going to be once football gets over and they get those athletes back. Here comes.
I hope those aren't their best players in football.
Yeah, you're right. Oak Ridge ball, trailing by 1. Here's the lob. He pushed off to get position. EJ did. He shoved Rashid to get position, and they're going to call the foul against the Wildcats. That'll be the second team foul called.
Is that 2 on EJ, David?
It was. He pushed off to do it. I saw him do it, actually.
Was that his second, though?
I'm not sure, honestly. Must be because Coach Green has pulled him and he's taking a seat. The Wildcats, T. Higgins anticipates the pass, jumps in front of the lane, but knocks the ball out of bounds. It'll be Central basketball. 3:27 to play first quarter. It'll be Central ball underneath the goal. Rashid to work the ball in. Yet to do it. Now fires it in, and it comes to Hickson ball. Hickson ball in the rear court. They break the press pretty easily. Here he goes down the floor with it to Hunter Allen, and then he steps out of bounds with the basketball. Got caught over on the sideline, and the Wildcats have it on their turnover.
I remember in the Crossville game, we didn't do a good job of forcing as many turnovers as we could with our ball pressure. And I think that's, if we want to get into a more effective game, we need to start doing that.
Tajon Jones for three, no good. Rebound, Herbert Booker gets a screen, goes in for the shot, no good. He's fouled. Foul, I think, should be called against number 1, Marcus Hicksonball. It is. Hicksonball picks up the personal foul. That'll be team foul number 4 called against the Bobcats. Herbert Booker will go to the free throw line. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Missed his last couple here. We'll try to tie it here. Free throw is good. We're tied at 11. Central's got a pretty decent student section. One thing that surprised me, Colton, you weren't at the Clinton ball game Tuesday. Oak Ridge hardly had any student section for a Clinton ball game, which totally shocked me.
Yeah, that is. But I've noticed a decrease in the past couple of years. Like when I was a freshman, our student section was always packed anywhere we went.
Just depends on who's in charge of it. We need to find somebody to take responsibility for that, as the free throw by Herbert Booker is good and Oak Ridge has the lead. 12-11 the score, 3:03 to play as we play on FM 92.7, prepradio.com, and Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. Central basketball down the floor with it. Sean Oglesby to Hunter Allen. Down the floor it goes to Hicksonball. Hicksonball on the rear court. Yet to get the ball across the line. Now they have the ball right, so O'Neal, he lost it. Taken on the floor by Levert. Levert gives it into T for the layup, good. T. Higgins comes trailing down the right side, got the feed and put it in, and Oak Ridge leads by 3, 14-11.
I think T was hoping Levert would get his head up quicker.
Another steal by Oak Ridge, then they're going to set it out. Tajon for 3. Right on the money it goes. Tajon Jones for 3 points. And with 2.5 minutes to play in the first quarter, Oak Ridge now leads by 6, 17-11, and Coach Higgins calls a timeout. We'll take it with him. We'll be back to Central High School in 60 seconds.
Better throw it in. We not back yet?
Yeah, we're still on. Welcome back to Central High School. 17-11 the score. Central basketball. Oak Ridge on top by 6. They trail early. Wildcats have totally dominated the last few moments, and Central gets a shot up. Good, nice one.
Crashing the glass better than us, David. Wouldn't you agree?
Most definitely. Sean Oglesby got another offensive putback shot. They do a good job. Oak Ridge has struggled a little bit on the glass in their first 2 ball games. Oak Ridge drives and scores with Javante Thomas, his first 2 points, and Oak Ridge's lead is back to 6. 19-13 a minute, 45 to play first quarter. Bobcat basketball. Central sets it out. Top of the circle it goes to Marcus Hicksonball. Hicksonball guarded up high by Oak Ridge's Levert Smith. Works the ball to the top of the circle. Over it goes to Oglesby. Oglesby with it, won't take the 3. Tyshawn Young gets up in his face, won't allow him to take that shot, so he backs it up to Hicksonball. Inside it goes, then here's another steal. Wildcats with it, pushing it up the floor. Javante Thomas, right-handed off the glass, good. Wildcats get the steal and turn it into points, and Oak Ridge leads 21-13 over Central.
Nobody's decided to play defense tonight, David. It's just back and forth scores. Everybody's just letting each other blow by each other. They're in press, but I mean, nobody's really pressing.
Bobcat ball, 56 seconds to play, 21-13. Bounce pass that go in for a shot, too hard, no good. Kind of might have been deflected by Oak Ridge. Here's Oak Ridge running back the other way. T on a bounce pass inside to E.J. Bush for the shot, good.
Nice pass, nice finish.
Coach Higgins has called another timeout. Gives me an opportunity to run down what happened in the girls' game. The Lady Wildcats were victorious in that ball game. And I hate being old. Got to find my reading glasses to read the stats here. The Lady Wildcats were led in scoring by Jada Gwynn, who had 18 points. Micaiah Dowdell had 10. Jamie Golden, 2. Jamila Southall had 2 points in the ball game. Jamie Golden, 2, as I mentioned. Destiny Kastner, 2. Copeland Play did not score. Desiree Bates had 4. Tarika Dean had 5. Brianna Dunbar had 4. Courtney Ellison played and did not score. Neither did Jasmine Hembry. The Lady Wildcats win it 57-16 to go 2-0 in District 3 play. Got 42 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Oak Ridge, its biggest lead is up to 10 points now, 23-13. Central basketball coming down the floor. Wildcats pressuring once again. They've been able to do a pretty good job for the most part getting it across, just like right here. As they drive in for a shot, they miss it. Rebounded out of bounds, last touch by Central. That time the Wildcats might have want to just hold their ground and perhaps take a charge right there. But he was able to get the shot off. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. E.J. Bush in the ball game, along with T. Higgins, along with Anthony Shaquan Gibson, Tyshawn Young, and Javante Thomas. 19 seconds to play first quarter. 23-13 the score. Oak Ridge playing for the final shot here in the first quarter of this ball game. T. Higgins with it with 9 seconds. Kicks it around to the top. Here it goes to the left corner to Gibson. Top of the key, driving with it will come Thomas. Little floater, good. As the first quarter comes to a close. Nice close out for the sophomore as he drops in the bucket. And Oak Ridge leads 25-13 after one quarter. We're going to take a break. We'll send it to Brian at the station. We'll be back to Central High School in 60 seconds.
Pretty sure.
Welcome back to Central High School. David Clary, Colton Wade, Nick Suttles. Wildcats in the lead, 25-13. Central basketball as we start play here in the second period. Wildcats come out with Lavert Smith, E.J. Bush, Tajon Jones, Tyshawn Young, and Anthony Gibson. Oh, there should have been an offensive foul right there. They didn't call it, but I'm glad they didn't because it was hardly any.
Green's interfering with the ref over there. He's having a full-on conversation. He's not able to make calls.
Central basketball. Here goes out to the top. Marcus Hicksonball. I've never seen him. I've seen him animated a lot. Here's a steal. A nice play by Lavert. Then Lavert is fouled by Hicksonball. What I was going to say is I've seen him animated a lot over the 7 years he's been here. But I don't know that I've ever seen him as mad as he was at Clinton Tuesday night because of the officiating. It was just bad from start to finish.
Well, I remember specifically last year we went to Campbell County. He was so mad he took a tech because of it, and that's the first time. I don't know how many he's had, but he doesn't usually get them.
Oak Ridge basketball after their steal. Tajon Jones for three. It's up, no good. Might have been fouled. The Wildcats get the rebound back up, no good. Little point blank shot would not fall for the Wildcats, and Central has it coming down the floor. 7:08 to play in the second quarter, 25-13. I thought coming over here, and Colton and I have talked about it a couple times already in this one, that Central will be missing a lot of players because of football. It's a good-looking team for the Central Bobcats as the bucket is dropped in by Marcus Underwood. They know what they're doing, and you look at their schedule and who they've played. I thought it was because they didn't have players. The schedule's been brutal for them, and they've been in every single ball game, and I see why. They've been in every ball game against good teams. Good basketball team we're watching tonight. 25-15 the score, Oak Ridge ball. Tajon Jones, three-pointer outside the line, won't shoot it. Works the ball out for a shot. A quick one by Anthony Gibson is up, no good. Rebounded by the Bobcats. Might have been a little quick there for Shaquan as the Bobcats bring the ball down the floor.
We went on that lead earlier, or a couple of minutes ago, David. We were taking easy shots, easy layups. Now we're back to taking contested shots like we were in the beginning of the game.
Block shot by E.J. Bush, but then knocked out of bounds inadvertently by Tajon Jones. It'll be the Central Bobcats with it underneath the goal. To work the ball in will be number 12 in the ball game, Butch Smith, junior player. Butch looks and no place to go. Now throws the ball off the backboard, intercepted by Oak Ridge.
I think it was deflected by Tajon, David.
As he goes down the floor, he is fouled. There's some words between Tajon and Oglesby down there. Friendly, because Tajon just kind of smiled at him. Maybe they're friends. Maybe they've competed or played together before. But Tajon Jones will go to the free throw line. Oh, maybe not, though, because the conversation continues as Tajon Jones goes to the free throw line.
And I don't think 23 was happy, David. It looked like a clean block to me as well.
But Tajon gets the shot and hits the first one. He'll have a second one. Oak Ridge on top 26-15. 6:15 to play in the second quarter. Substitute coming into the game. Dwayne Ray Hammond comes in, junior player for the Bobcats. Tajon Jones, senior, will go to the free throw line. Puts it up there. Good. Jones knocks it in, and Oak Ridge leads again by 12. 27-15. Oak Ridge is putting on pressure in the rear court, and the ball's thrown away. Last touch by Jones of Oak Ridge. Be Central basketball to the side of their bench back in the rear court. 6:13 to play second quarter. Central wearing their all-white jerseys with black and red trim, their school colors. Oak Ridge wearing their all-grays with cardinal and white trim. Oak Ridge ball, 27-15 the score. Shaquan Gibson with it to Bush. EJ yet to really get involved in the offense so far as Tajon gets it on the right block, and then he's called for a charge. It's a offensive player control foul against the Wildcats on Oak Ridge, and that'll be team foul number 4 against the Wildcats, and Central will get the ball.
I don't know if I saw contact, David. I think it was a pretty good acting job.
Central ball, Oglesby in the rear court, guarded by EJ. Lost the ball, it's dribbled off the foot as EJ deflected it. It'll be Central basketball coming back the other way. John Higgins, former Tennessee Vol, is the head coach of the Central Bobcats. Aaron Green, former Tennessee Vol, is the head coach of the Wildcats. A couple Vols here at Central as the Bobcats bring the ball across the line. Oak Ridge about to set a trap at the corner. They get through it and get a shot off. Good. Marcus Underwood scored after the trap, and here comes Oak Ridge running it. Here goes Tyshawn to Tajon, who kicks it out to Bush. EJ is going to be called for a travel or a foul. The one official called travel, the other was going to call a foul. I think it was a travel. He grabbed him on top of the ball, and actually to me, I don't think you penalize good defense, honestly.
No, you don't, David. You don't. You never penalize good defense.
Here comes Central basketball. Trying to get the ball against the Oak Ridge press. They get the ball across the line. They'll set the play up with Underwood. Round it goes to number 32 in the ball game. That is Hunter Allen at the midcourt circle, guarded by Lavert Smith. He has to give it up to Smith. Butch Smith guarded out high by EJ. Blows past him all the way to the paint. Oh, massive block by EJ Bush. Pulled down by Lavert Smith. Goes the other way, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. Honestly, it was a nice rejection for sure, but mismatch in size right there as the young man went in there and EJ just swatted his stuff backwards.
Yeah, it looked like a volleyball spike, literally.
Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal. Tajon Jones will work the ball in. Little separation the officials want between EJ and the man next to him as the ball is worked into Bush. Lobs it into Tyshawn in the paint. Turns, nice move. Shot is up. No good. Got to finish. Oak Ridge does on the putback by Tajon Jones. And he has an opportunity for a three-point play. Tyshawn, I know he wants to have that first shot back, but the Wildcats still continue to crash the boards. And Tajon Jones, who's having a really good first half, will go to the free throw line. Toss is up, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Central's Marcus Underwood. And here come the Bobcats. Oak Ridge on top, 29-17. 4:50 to play in the second quarter. The Wildcats a triple team, and they worked the ball in. The Wildcats had 3 guys setting the trap up high, and they got out of it and got an easy bucket. Here comes Oak Ridge back the other way. Lavert Smith dribbles, lost the handle of the basketball, turns it over. Here comes Central driving all the way in. Charge is called against the Bobcats, set up by Tajon Jones. Very, very quick whistle. It was very close, but the offensive foul is called against the Bobcats.
Yeah, David, I don't think it was close. I don't think Tajon got there. I think he was still moving when he got to that spot.
Is that the reason why Tajon was smiling as he got off the floor?
I would think so. I would hope he knew that he didn't get a charge right there.
Here's the lob into Tyshawn Young on the baseline. The ball is knocked out by the Wildcats, and with 4:20 to play in the second quarter, it's 29-19. Oak Ridge holding on to a 10-point lead. The girls won. Oh, nice steal by T. Higgins underneath the goal. Lobs the ball back out. Tajon Jones for 3. Good! 3-point shot, Oak Ridge, and the Wildcats up their lead back up to 13 at 32-19. Bobcat basketball. Here goes Butch Smith in the rear court. They're trying to get the ball across the line. They lob it down the floor. Central turns the ball over, and indeed the ball is picked up by Lavert Smith. Picked up again by T. Higgins. Inside it goes to Anthony Shaquan Gibson. Good. Gibson gets the layup, and Oak Ridge leads by 15. 34-19 the score. 15-point advantage for the Wildcats.
This is one of those games that Oak Ridge can't afford to just stop pushing the pedal, because if they stop, this team is good enough to be right back.
Central is good. I mean, they've got some athletes. They've got a pretty deep bench, a lot deeper than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I will say, though, David, this is the only time where I've seen where I truly think that he should just keep his starters in, because they were in that first 5. They've really controlled the game as much as they can.
Oak Ridge basketball. Levert with it out to the top of the circle. It goes to Bush around to Jones. Tajon thought about a three, won't take it. EJ pulls up inside the paint, buries the bucket. EJ Bush with the shot, and Oak Ridge has his biggest lead, 17 points, 36-19. Here comes the Bobcats throwing the ball away. Kind of a bad pass that time, a one-handed heave to the sideline, intended over there to Hunter Allen, but the pass was just bad. As Oak Ridge gets it on their turnover, 3:08 to play second quarter, 36-19, Oak Ridge in the lead. Here's the lob, EJ Bush, one dribble, the shot no good, rebounded by Central.
He's got to finish that, David. He's too good to not finish that.
Might be some blood on the lip of number 32, Hunter Allen, and I think Hunter's going to have to come out of the ball game, and Central will substitute into the game. Rashid once again, sophomore player. He's going to check in. They'll work the ball in from right in front of their bench. Bobcat ball, 2:56 to play. Central with it in the rear court. Oak Ridge pressuring, and then Oak Ridge's pressure causes him to step out of bounds.
Good defense by Levert Smith.
Most definitely. Right in front of the Central bench, too. Just kind of forced him and drove him out of bounds. And Oak Ridge will get it side court. Training staff trying to kind of bandage up the young man who's bleeding, so he's having to sit for a little bit longer. A starter for the Bobcats. Tajon again for three. He feels it. He nails it again. Tajon, when he gets in that little mode, he's sometimes unstoppable, and I believe that's his fourth three of the ball game.
Yes, sir.
Central basketball down the floor. They'll drive in. Shot is awkward, and it's no good. Rebounded by Oak Ridge. Pulling it away, EJ Bush, Tajon Jones. It was actually two pulled down the rebound.
Another one.
And another three by Tajon, his fifth of the first half. And Oak Ridge is blown out to a 42-19 lead.
Now, you mentioned prior to the game, David, that Tajon hasn't gotten to a rhythm yet this year. He's definitely shown that he's in rhythm now.
He's found it for sure as the Bobcats dribble in, and the ball's knocked out by EJ Bush. It'll be Central basketball underneath the goal, 42-19. And that's something in the first four ball games, as I was talking with you on the way up here, not that Tajon hasn't played well. He has played well. He just hasn't been able to get those threes to drop in. But tonight, 5 in the first half. Central trails now 42-19. The Bobcats get a floater inside. EJ on the rebound at Tajon to T. Higgins. T works it out to the left corner for another three, this time missed by Oak Ridge's Thomas. Pulled down on the rebound by Central. Minute 49 to play in the second quarter, 42-19 Oak Ridge on top. The Wildcats going for the triple sweep tonight over the Bobcats. The JV won, the girls won easily. And the boys right now comfortably up, but still a lot of basketball to be played. Central ball, 90 seconds to play in the first half. Driving with it will come Oglesby. Holds the ball, then gives it up in the wing to Summers. Summers drives right and turns the ball over on a travel. Minute 24 to play, second quarter. The Wildcats force another turnover. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball coming the other way. Oak Ridge leads 42-19. Nick Suttle's doing camera work tonight. We appreciate him as usual. As the Bobcats trail 42-19, slowly walking the ball up the floor. Now running the point is T. Higgins. Out to the top it goes to Bush, to Taishon Young. Oak Ridge leads 42-19. T. Higgins pulls up, he wants a three. Lots of rotation, and T. Higgins spins it in, and Oak Ridge has yet another three-point shot, for sure their best three-point shooting night of the season so far, and Oak Ridge has a 25-point lead all of a sudden. Colton Wade, just a moment ago, it was a close one. Now Oak Ridge is up by 25.
Well, that's what happens when you just leave open three-point shooters open.
26 it is, actually, as the ball is knocked out of bounds. 45-19 is our score. Oak Ridge will see Central work the ball in with 43 seconds to play in the second quarter. To do the work, number 23 is Sean Oglesby once again. Looks and fires it in. Pass intercepted Oak Ridge. Taken on a steal by Thomas to Tajon, his sixth three of the night. This was no good. Oh, man! Oh, man! The putback slam by T. Higgins. Big time two-hand
now
jam.
Now Tajon's getting one.
And here's another one. This one by Tajon Jones. The crowd is electric on that slam, another steal. EJ shoots, no good. Rebound out of bounds. This time it'll be Oak Ridge's basketball.
David, I'm going to say that everybody on Central's team is like turned their game off now. Like their mind's done. They're done trying.
11 seconds to play first half. Oak Ridge by 30 all of a sudden. 49-19, the Oak Ridge fans dominating the crowd here. Here comes Oak Ridge once again. Here's the pass, and it comes to Tajon. 9 seconds to play first half. 49-19. T. Higgins for three, no good. Rebounded by Central as the first half comes to a close. Wow, what a flurry. Welcome back to Central High School. David Clary along with Colton Wade. We'd like to thank Jim, Mary, and Mike Underwood in memory of the 1988 Robertsville Ram football team sponsoring our broadcast tonight. As you heard it right, the 1988 Robertsville Ram football team. I think that featured Mike Underwood and the great Sean Summers and those guys that went on to won a state championship for the Wildcats in 1991. Second half just underway here as the Wildcats, Lavert Smith launches a three. It's up no good. Rebounded by Central. Wildcats were in a close one after one quarter, but 30-point lead now at the half, 49-19, and it all just came in a flurry as the Wildcats come out with Anthony Gibson along with E.J. Bush, Tyshawn Young, Tajon Jones, and Lavert Smith. The Wildcats are going to get a steal. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Bounce pass, intending it for E.J. Saved on the floor by Tyshawn. I don't think that's honestly the way Coach Green would draw it up, but it all worked for the Wildcats, and Oak Ridge leads 51-19.
Yeah, I would say that was the luckiest two that we've seen so far this year, David.
As the Bobcats bring the ball down the floor, Oak Ridge on top, 51-19. The girls won big. The JV boys won big. Three-pointer missed by Central, and then a foul underneath is going to be called against the Wildcats. Ridge a little bit
to get better position, David, in order to get that rebound.
And that's one thing that, and I've said it in all the ball games, one thing we've struggled a little bit in. It might be an issue most of the year. Is rebounding. That is an issue that I know has to concern Coach Green as the inbounds is knocked off the body of Tyshawn Young out of bounds. It'll be Central basketball underneath the goal. Their student section has swelled to fairly big numbers here. Of course, they'll be playing in the state championship football game tomorrow. We wish them luck as Central sets the dribble outside the line. Back in the ball game is Hunter Allen, and he gives it up on the right side. Central trails Oak Ridge 51-19. Bobcat basketball, number 23 Oglesby with it. Wildcats trying to work hard on defense at the perimeter. Tajon Jones working hard against Hickson ball. He works the ball around to the horn. Three-pointer on his way, high trajectory, but missed. Rebounded by Shaquan Gibson. Anthony throws the ball to Q over in the Oak Ridge bench, and that's not exactly where he wanted to throw. He was throwing to a spot, but unfortunately that spot was vacated, and the Wildcats turned the ball over.
Yeah, I want to say he saw that pass going like maybe 3 whole seconds late, David.
Here comes Central down the floor once again. Here goes number 20 driving in, partially rejected. Rebound to Central. Bobcats work the ball right back in for the shot. Good. Off the glass goes Marcus Underwood, and here comes Central back the other way. Quickly, and Tyshawn Young missed the layup, then got knocked down hard, but no foul. And
I
here
think
comes
it was unintentionally, David.
Central with it down the floor once again. 51-21, a 30-point Wildcat lead when it was so close earlier. High shot missed. Rebound again by the Wildcats. Lavert has the ball down the left corner. Inside it goes to Gibson. Anthony goes up for the shot. Good. Shaquan Gibson off the glass, and it's 53-21.
Why do we make so many hot shots so hard for ourselves? It kills me.
Here come the Bobcats down the floor. They're just not as fluid as they will be. It's early on in the year, obviously. Central basketball in the right corner. Dribbling in, looking inside. Good defense inside by Oak Ridge. Bobcats trying to get in, but just no place to go. Out to the top it goes. Once again to Hunter Allen. They set with 3 in the corner. It's in and out, no good. They get the rebound, back up with it. Another offensive board for Central. Then they miss the shot. Rebounded by E.J. Bush. E.J. to Tyshawn all the way to the hole. Good. Tyshawn Young off the glass, and Oak Ridge leads 55-21 as we play here at Central High School. We'll be at home against Powell on Tuesday as a offensive foul is going to be called against Central. He was standing there. It's debatable. I mean, I don't all really like that call. He was standing there just waiting for the guy to come, and Oak Ridge ran right into him, and they do call the foul, and Oak Ridge will get it. I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't a foul, but sometimes I just think you just play on, just let a little contact go, but that's just me. T. Higgins is back in the ballgame for Oak Ridge. What a dunk T had in the first half.
Yeah, it was, David. It was a great dunk.
E.J. Bush with a nice little bucket from the left side, just inside the block on the baseline. And Oak Ridge's lead is 57-21. Here come the Bobcats down the floor. Marcus Hicksonball with it, out to the top of the circle to Underwood. Underwood drives in, and he's held and fouled. Going to be a personal foul called against the Wildcats. Some good sportsmanship there.
I think this is our tallest lineup, David. Am I right?
You are. As the Wildcats playing with Anthony Gibson, E.J. Bush, Tyshawn Young, Tajon Jones, and T. Higgins. Central basketball, top of the circle, Hicksonball. Works the ball, Allen. Hunter Allen wants to go one-on-one against E.J. Instead, gives it up on the block to Underwood. Underwood turns, spins, by the walk, throws up a right-handed shot, no good. Tajon Jones on the rebound. The pass just didn't get enough on it, but T's able to save it for the Wildcats and give it up to Bush. E.J. pulls up, off-balance 8-footers, no good. Tip back up, good by T. Higgins. And the Wildcats lead 59-21. Here come the Bobcats down the floor. I got you. 3:50 to play, third quarter. Central basketball with it across the line. Here it goes. Here it goes to Oglesby. Oglesby top of the circle. Hicksonball throws the ball down on the block, and there's a blocking foul called against Oak Ridge. Might have been called against Anthony Gibson, and that is the case. That is Shaquan's personal foul. 3:38 to play, third quarter. 59-21. Oak Ridge in the lead.
Javante Thomas and Herbert Booker check into the game.
Central basketball. They work it in. Making a move. Shot is up, in and out, no good. On the rebound, Oak Ridge. Pulling it away comes Thomas. Javante Thomas outside the arc, didn't have the numbers, backs it up to Bush. Wildcats reset the offense. Out to the top it goes. Around to the corner on the left side. Tyshawn Young with it to Bush. Calls Herbert up high and then swings the ball to his right to Thomas. Has T. Higgins in the right corner. Now he comes sweeping across the baseline. He gives it up to Booker on the left side. Thought about driving. Thought about shooting. Herbert likes to do both, but he gives it up to T. And before that, T. Higgins is fouled very inadvertently by Marcus Hicksonball, junior guard. Go ahead. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal. 3:04 to play third quarter. 59-21. This game just changed so suddenly, Colton. I mean,
it really did, David.
It just
it changed like in the matter of seconds, but it was not seconds. The energy level changed within seconds that caused the big lead.
Oak Ridge basketball to the hole goes E.J. Bush, and he drives in and scores. And I know Coach Green would love to have that same energy from start to finish.
Yes.
As the Bobcats bring the ball down the floor, setting the dribble outside the line, it goes to Holbert in the ball game. Back to the right side, they worked along the baseline, and they throw the ball away. Young man Marcus Underwood got the ball along the baseline. The pass was at his feet, thrown to him by Hunter Allen, and just couldn't get down there and get it. And when he did, it had already gone too far past him and hit the baseline, and the Wildcats have it on their turnover. Up by 40 now, 61-21, 2:26 to play. And
Central's not even really a bad team, David. It literally changed within seconds, and they couldn't do anything to stop that change. It was like a lightning strike. You couldn't stop it.
That's what's scary about this Oak Ridge team. If they could, like I said, if they could put it together all four quarters with this energy, I mean, that's a really scary thought for any team that's going to play Oak Ridge.
I don't want to say they went blind, but I think they went blind of viewing themselves. Them giving that 100% energy they gave for about 30 seconds just just caused them to jump like that. And I don't even think they realized what they did.
I guess Coach Green will probably show it to him on tape. It was such a great flurry. If you're watching on Channel 15, hopefully we'll have the replay, and you can see that little second quarter flurry where it was just dunk, three-pointer, dunk, three-pointer, and the Wildcats just all of a sudden were up from a single-digit lead up to double digits just like that. Free throws made, and the Wildcat lead is 61-22, and Herbert's going to shoot a three. Herbert Booker, no good. Long rebound, Central. Pulling it away is Hunter Allen, and then he's stripped of the ball on a deflection by Thomas to T. Higgins, and T's going to bring the ball back across the line. Higgins gives it up to Thomas, dribbles in, lost the ball, picked up on the floor by Central.
Good hustle, David.
T. Higgins comes back the other way to get it for Oak Ridge, and he sets it across once again to Javante Thomas for three. It's no good. Rebound, E.J. Bush. Little three-footer is no good. Rebounded again by Oak Ridge. It is up good. Tyshawn Young, I believe, hits the bucket, and Oak Ridge is up 41 points.
Javante Thomas has a brother, and his name is Lele Thomas, and he goes to Powell, and he's a freshman. I want to, because Javante's good, but I mean his brother's good too, so I would really want to see when they get to play each other.
Central knocks down a three from the corner. 63-25 the score. A minute 11 to play third quarter. Oak Ridge ball. Tyshawn Young with it. Top of the circle. Fires a pass inside, intending it for Thomas. Kind of got caught down there and turned the ball over, and Central drives in, missed the shot. EJ's got the rebound. EJ Bush, the Wildcats on a 4-on-1. Here it goes, Tyshawn Young, shot good. Wildcats had a 4-on-1 break that time, and Coach Higgins wants a timeout. 52 seconds to play third quarter, 65-25, Oak Ridge by 40. We'll take a break. We'll send it back to Brian. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Welcome back to Central High School. Wildcats on top 65-25. Central drives in, shot is no good. Foul called, I think, on T. We'll see if that's indeed the case. Nope, it's going to be on somebody else. It's going to be, well, I thought he signaled. It is going to be Herbert Booker, I believe. That is the case. Team foul number 6 called against the Wildcats. It'll be Central at the free throw line. It'll be Marcus Underwood at the line. Marcus will have 2 shots. Here's the first one. It's up, no good. Off the back end of the rim. He'll have another one. The girls won tonight. Big win for them. They're now 4-1 and 2-0 in district play. Second toss is good. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. 33 seconds to play third quarter. 65-26. We'll have a running clock the rest of the way unless Central closes the gap a little bit. T fakes a three, won't take it. Wildcats will play for the final shot here. 20 seconds to play third quarter. 65-26 to score. T Higgins with a basketball in the midcourt circle. Around the right side it goes once again.
Lob EJ.
Here comes the lob to EJ Bush, and the attempted dunk is no good. Once again it goes to Central, and a jump ball is called. The alternate possession arrow will give them the ball with 2.5 seconds to play. They were setting up that lob to EJ, just couldn't get the ball to drop in on the dunk. And Central will have 2.5 seconds to get the ball down the floor and get a shot off. It's a 3/4 of the floor shot, hits rim,
wow,
but it's no good as the third quarter comes to a close. 65-26 our score, Oak Ridge. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here from Central in 60 seconds.
I knew that.
Welcome back to Central High School. David Clary, Colton Wade, along with Nick Suttles. Oak Ridge in the lead, 65-26. Fourth and final quarter, about said. Oak Ridge going for the triple sweep tonight. The Wildcats come out with Lavert Smith, Anthony Gibson, Tajon Jones, E.J. Bush. The Wildcats throw the ball away, and E.J. tries to get it back, and Central has it. Bodies on the floor. Central basketball. It's been all Oak Ridge since the middle part of the second quarter as the Bobcats try to work their offense here, trying to get the ball inside if they can. Coach Higgins This team about to fall to 0-7 as Oak Ridge is going to nearly get a steal. Levert almost had it, then Tajon almost steals it. Then they work the ball to the top of the circle. Here's a shot. It's up good.
He's not bad, David. We've played him for 3 years straight. Every year he's improved a lot. Like the first year, he was just an out-of-control player, but he's came a long way. He's just really got in touch with his body. Because he's so long, but because he's short with long arms.
That was Marcus Underwood that Colton's talking about. On the other end of the floor, E.J. Bush commits the personal foul. 7th team foul. It's one in the bonus in effect. We're running clock here with Oak Ridge up so much, 65-28. So it's going to be a quick night on a Friday night in Fountain City. You have a date after the ball game, Colton?
With some homework, yes.
As the Bobcats go to the free throw line, it'll be Marcus Underwood at the line. Oak Ridge on top, 65-28, but the Bobcats are shooting. He'll have the bonus as he knocks this one down. We'll speak to Coach Green after the ball game. We'll have the final statistics of both games. And we'll preview next week Oak Ridge and Powell on Tuesday. Oak Ridge, Anderson County on Friday. Toss is missed. Long rebound to Central. Then it's a jump ball, the alternate possession arrow. That time the free throw is missed so poorly, the carom came off, and Oak Ridge couldn't get the board. And it's a jump ball.
Both these teams, I mean, David, we both know this game is over now. But what I want to say is both these teams have a lot they can learn from film. Oak Ridge didn't play a complete game. They played a complete game for 30 seconds. For 30 seconds. That's what you agree, don't you?
That 30 seconds was pretty good, yeah.
But they got out-rebounded a lot of the time. In this game they have, and they've got to get better about that. And
Okay.
the turnovers right there. Tajon Jones turns it over looking up the court.
That's true. The Wildcats have had a lot of turnovers in the first few ball games, and I know Coach Green would definitely like to cut those down for sure. Of course, though, just there's a walk. There's a lot of basketball to be played, and here in the early going, especially. And you know, you mentioned chemistry, or chemistry's part of it. Coach Green mentioned that, Paige Green did. Just the addition of T, everybody's role has changed that they've been used to too. So that's going to take a little while, I think, too.
Who do you think's our best on the ball defender as of right now?
Put me on the spot there. Honestly, it might be Levert. Actually.
I agree. That's who I was going to say.
Yeah. 5:15 to play as the shot is up, no good. Nice crashing rebound. Comes down to Herbert Booker. I'm not putting it against any of the seniors out there, but it might be Levert. He definitely he's aggressive out there. Not that the other guys aren't, but
it reminds me of Ted. Really, he does remind me of Ted. He's smaller than Ted, but they play the same way.
Ted Mitchell, he's talking about, of course, a member of that team that went to the state championship game, and Ted arguably was probably the best defender on that team.
Yes.
I mean, another foul called against Oak Ridge. Clock is stopped now, 65-31, as it's now a 34-point lead. So we're now running clock now, as it has to be 35 points. 4:53 to play in the ball game. Oak Ridge playing with T. Higgins, E.J. Bush, along with Herbert Booker, Javante Thomas, and Joe Kesterson in the ball game. As the Wildcats have Joe kind of snuck in. He's standing all the way down in the corner. You know, Joe's the kind of guy, he'll shoot the three. He won't shoot a layup, even if they get the ball to him.
Yeah, if he gets the ball right now, he's shooting that three, David, no
right.
matter what.
Yeah, he's standing as a snowbird, I guess, down.
His favorite player is Curry, so that's probably why.
All the way down the other end of the floor. Lane violation on the free throw, so that gives Central another opportunity here. Tarek O'Neal, his second toss is missed, rebounded by Herbert Booker. Booker races right, gives it into Kesterson. Kesterson gives it up, and the Wildcats set it up once again. Kesterson around the left side, Booker. Herbert Booker drives in and walks with the basketball.
David, I don't know if that one was not a walk. I'm going to go ahead and let say it. He jab stepped, put the ball on the floor, going back the way he didn't jab step.
Shamar Smith's going to come in the ball game. Quentin Vio is in the ball game now, along with Javante Thomas. Kesterson, I mentioned. Wildcats also still have Herbert Booker in the ball game. This is the future basketball team on the floor. As Central gets a shot off, no good. Rebounded by Javante Thomas. 3:48 to play in the game. 65-32. With the basketball will come Quentin Vio to the top of the circle. Vio thought about a three, head fakes at the free throw line. Cross court Booker. Around it goes to Smith. He pulls up and shoots. No good. On the rim it goes and taken away by Central. 3.5 minutes to play in the ball game. 65-32 the score. Central basketball. Bobcats with it across the way. Here it goes to Summers. Summers. Bounce pass down low along the baseline. They drive in. Shot is no good. Foul called against Oak Ridge. 3:15 to play. I think everybody except one player has gotten into the ball game to this point for Oak Ridge. Got Quentin Vio in the ball game, Herbert Booker, along with Javante Thomas, Shamar Smith, and Joe Kesterson. Free throw is up and it's good by Marcus Underwood. He'll go back to the free throw line. It's Oak Ridge and Central here at Central High School. Thanks for tuning us in. 3:10 to play in the ball game. Shot is good. They're running the clock once again. It is now 65-32. They're running the clock straight forward here. And Oak Ridge will bring the ball down the floor. Wildcats in the lead. 2:50 to play in the ball game. Kesterson for three. It's up, no good. Rebounded by the Bobcats, and here comes Central down the floor. 2:44 to play. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday as the Wildcats of Oak Ridge set the dribble to the left, out to the top it goes. Here's a shot, it's up, no good. Rebounded to Central, and then another foul is going to be called. Let me alert Brian back at the station. We will broadcast the Friday ball game on FM 92.7. The Friday game on FM 92.7 against Anderson County. Not the Tuesday game with Powell. I think that's what you were asking me earlier, as the free throw is up and it is no good. Back to the free throw line in a moment. We'll go Dwayne Hammond. 65-34 the score. Back to the free throw line. Toss on its way. No good. Rebounded by Smith and knocked out of bounds by Central. Minute 45 and counting in the ball game. Triple sweep again tonight. Colton, the Wildcats did that on Tuesday night at Clinton. Did that at CAK. So the only opportunities to play three games, the Wildcats are going to win all three as Wildcats work the final clock down. Vio with it left side. Thomas for three. No good. Rebounded by Kesterson. Kesterson gives it into Vio. Vio around to Smith. Left side it goes Thomas. Kicks the ball back out to Ledden in the ball game. Taken on the floor by Central. Here come the Bobcats down the floor. At the free throw line, they turn the ball over for a second. Ball's loose on the floor. Shamar Smith has it with 1 minute to play in the ball game. The alternate possession after the jump ball will give the ball back to the Wildcats.
I think there won't be a shot now, so.
52 seconds to play in the ball game. Running clock here at Central High School. Thanks for tuning us in. 65-34 the score. Here comes Oak Ridge setting it down the floor. Right side, Kesterson for three. Good. Three-point shot from the outside. And Kesterson has his first 3 points of the night. And down the floor with the basketball will come the Bobcats, trailing 68-34. Little shot is short by Central. The putback is no good. Rebounded again by Central. Good. Three offensive boards, actually two offensive boards, and they finally get a bucket, and it's 68-36, and down the floor will come the Wildcats. Slowly, Smith with it, dribbles to the top. Oak Ridge headed for victory. 68-36 is going to be your final score. The Wildcats are still perfect on the season as they win it. As we're about to get set to jump for the Lady Wildcats, who are wearing their all Cardinal jerseys with white numerals, will be Jasmine Hembry. For the Central Lady Bobcats, jumping for them will be Ashton Blair, and we're about to get set here from Central High School. The officials are set. Looks like we got three good ones tonight. Ball is controlled by Oak Ridge, and we are underway. With the basketball will come Oak Ridge's Jamie Golden, Micaiah Dowdell, Courtney Ellison, Jasmine Hembry, and Jada Gwynn. That's the starting five for the Lady Wildcats. Oak Ridge working their offense, trying to get in the ball inside. That's their goal. They work the ball to Hembry along the baseline, inside Dowdell, up for the shot, and she missed it. Rebound back to her, grabs her own rebound, takes one shot, makes a post move, and puts it in and scores.
Great move, David.
Lady Wildcats take the lead 2-0 here as we're just underway. 7:29 to play first quarter here at the Central High School gym. Lady Bobcat basketball with it, number 2. That'll be Beard. She works the ball inside. She's tied up. The alternate possession arrow will give the ball back to the Lady Bobcats underneath their goal. Boys game will follow here. We'll hope you'll stay tuned for that. Hopefully we can speak to Jeremy Carringer, head coach of the junior varsity Wildcats. We might let Colton do his first interview as the ball's worked in for Central. Number 24 with the basketball, that'll be McNair. She works the ball to the top of the circle, off it to number 23, Blair. Ashton Blair